Hello everyone, welcome to SS Educare Teaching Learning channel. Thank you for all my subscribers. Those who still didn't subscribe, please subscribe and watch my videos. Your support is my strength. Let's go to our channel. Welcome back to the channel. In my today's video, I will be discussing PYQs, that is previous year's important questions of this chapter, that is chapter 1, Force of Class 10 ICSE Physics. We'll start from 2023 ICSE board exam. Let's begin. I'll read out the question for you. In section 1, there's a question from force chapter. So the question is, clockwise moment produced by a force about a fulcrum is considered to be, I'll read out the question again. Clockwise moment produced by a force about a fulcrum is considered to be option A, positive, option B, negative, option C, 0, and option D, none of this. So what will be the answer? See, as they said it is clockwise moments, clockwise will always get the sign convention negative. So the answer will be option B, negative. Now in the same section, that is 1 mark question, the question which I read out for you is from section 1. That is your 1 mark question. So they have asked even one more question in the same section. Let me read out the question for you. The question has 2 parts, A and B. Let me read out part A of this question. What is the position of center of gravity of a triangular lamina? Part B of this same question. When this triangular lamina is suspended freely from any one vertex, what is the moment of force produced by its own weight in its position? So this question carries, since it is 2 parts, each part carries 1 mark. So this question is for 2 marks. So first question, what is the position of center of gravity of triangular lamina? So what they have asked, center of gravity of a triangle. We have already discussed that for a triangle, where will be the center of gravity point? So let me see. For triangular lamina, the center of gravity lies at the position of intersection of its medians. So we have triangle, and where the 3 points are joined, you will get a center. So at that center point where all the 3 lines of the triangle meet is called as, or is the place where center of gravity is located. That's your second question. In second question, there's part B. What have they asked? When this lamina is triangular lamina is suspended freely from any one vertex, what is the moment of force produced by its own weight in this position? So let me read out the answer for you. The moment of force produced by this own weight would definitely be 0, because the force will be applied from all 3 directions. We have already discussed, when force is applied from different direction, the net force will be 0, whatever may be the shape. So thus the moment of force produced by its own weight would definitely be 0. That's your second part of question number 2. Next, third question of the same section. The diagram shows wheel O which is pivoted at point A. 3 equal forces F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F3 act at a point B on the wheel. Question number A. Which force will produce maximum moment about A? Question B. Give reason for your answer. So in the diagram, they have given a circle or a wheel which is pivoted at point O, that is exactly at the center. You have 2 points A and B, where the 3 types of forces are acting at point B. So one force seems to be diameter, so it is along the diameter, and other 2 forces are randomly from 2 different sides. So what are they asking? Which force will produce maximum moment about point A? So let us see the answer. Force 1 will produce maximum moment of force among the 3 forces. Force 1, force 2, force 3. Force 1 will produce maximum amount of moment of force. The reason is F1, the perpendicular distance is equal to diameter of the wheel. So F1, look at the F1 direction, it is exactly perpendicular to the point. So if anything is perpendicular to the point, definitely the moment of force will be very higher for that. Then for the F2 and F3, the diameter is more than the force. That is why maximum moment will not be produced at points F2 and F3, because its diameter is more than its force. That's your third answer. The next is 2021, that is 2021 ICSE board exam previous year question. In this year, they have asked all 1 mark question in section 1. They didn't ask any 2 mark questions. It's only 1 mark question from section 1. Let me read out the first question for you. The relation between CGS and SI unit of moment of force is. I'll read out the question again. The relation between CGS and SI unit of moment of force is. The options are 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne centimeter. Option B, 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. Option C, 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter. Option D, 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 7 dyne. So what will be the answer? The answer is 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 7 dynes. No centimeter or no meter there. It's only 10 to the power 7 dyne. That's your first question, which carries 1 mark. Next, second question also carries 1 mark. Let me read out the question for you. The diagram shows the balanced position of a meter scale. Which one of the following diagrams shows the correct position of the scale when it is suspended at the center? I'll read out the question again. The diagram shows the balanced position of meter scale shown in the picture. Which one of the following diagrams shows the correct position of the scale when it is suspended at the center? The options given are, they have given a scale which is bent towards left. Option B, it is also bent towards left, but the pivoted point or fulcrum is at 40. Option C, it is exactly at 50. Option D, the scale is being bent towards right side. What will be the answer? Let's see. It is A. Though it is at center, the scale is being bent towards left side. That will be your correct answer. Next, third question. Let me read out the question for you. This question also carries 1 mark. They have asked in section 1. A stone tied at end of the string is whirled by hand in a horizontal circle with uniform speed. Name the force required for this circular motion. I'll read out the question again. A stone tied at the end of the string is whirled by hand in a horizontal circle with uniform speed. Name the force required for this circular motion. The options are option A, centrifugal force, option B, centripetal force, option C, force of gravity, and option D, frictional force. Option A is centripetal, option centrifugal, option B is centripetal, option C is force of gravity, and option D is frictional force. See, they have told the stone has been tied at the end of the string and it has been whirled in a circular, horizontal circle with uniform speed. We already know when any object is moving in a circular path, definitely it will be following or it will be moving with a uniform speed. But if the same object force is being applied towards its center, we call that force as centripetal force. We all of us know. So the correct answer would be option B, centripetal force. Yes. So that is 2021 ICSE board paper had 3 questions in section 1 only. So let us go for 2019 ICSE board exam previous year questions. Section 1. First question they have asked, let me read out the question for you. Define couple. And second one, SI unit of couple. They have asked in 2 marks. There's no questions from 1 mark section. That is section 1. There's no questions which carried 1 marks. So they have asked question from 2 marks only. So first question is define couple. In that first section, first part, define couple. So how do we define a couple? 2 equal and opposite parallel forces act along a straight line as they both form a couple. 2 equal forces, and moreover the force should be opposite direction. See, both forces should not act on the same side. If one force acting on this side, other force should act on the other side. So 2 forces acting in opposite parallel forces. Of course both should be parallel. Yes, one acting downwards, another acting upwards. Both are of course parallel, but they are opposite. In such case, those 2 forces form a couple. So along a straight line, they form a couple. What is the SI unit of couple is the second division in the question number 1. So SI unit of couple is nothing but Newton meter. That's the answer for question number 1. Second question from 2019, that is 2019 ICSE board exam. Second question also carries 2 marks. Let me read out the question for you. A uniform meter scale is in equilibrium as shown in the diagram. So they have taken an uniform meter scale where it is pivoted at 30 centimeter. So it's a uniform meter scale, that is it has 0 to 100 centimeter which is pivoted at 30 centimeter. So they are hanging a 40 gram force at 5 centimeter. So what will be the distance? The perpendicular distance is of course 25 centimeter. That is R1 is 25 centimeter. Then R2 is from 30 to it's exactly what they have said, it is in equilibrium. So which means it has a end, that is it is at 50 centimeter. We are going to measure it from 50 centimeter. So from 30 to 50 it is 20 centimeter. That is your R2. Then weight 1, W1 is your 40 gram force. So they have asked calculate the weight of the meter scale. We have to find out the weight of the meter scale, which is your W. So second one, which of the following option is correct to keep the equilibrium when 40 gram force weight is shifted to 0 centimeter mark. So 0 centimeter mark. So let us solve the first one. Calculate the weight of meter scale. So according to principle of moments, the sum of clockwise moments is equal to sum of anti-clockwise moments. Yes, so W1 into R1 is equal to W2 into R2 according to the formula. So W1 we know that it's 40 gram force. into R1 is 25 meter, that is equal to W2, the weight of the meter scale we have to find out, into R2 is 20 centimeter. So if we have to find out this W, we will substitute it as 40 into 25 divided by this 20. 0, 0 gets cancelled and 2 and 4 gets substituted and becomes 2. So 25 into 2 we are getting 50 gram force. So for weight it is 50 gram force. The second option, which of the following option is correct to keep the equilibrium when 40 gram weight is shifted to 0 centimeter mark? So the correct option is F is shifted towards 0 centimeter. That's your correct option. Next is 2017 ICSE board exam. In that they have asked only one question from this chapter, that also carried 1 mark only. Let me read out the question for you. Why is a jack screw provided with longer arm? Let us read out the answer. In order to produce a maximum turning effect of screw, the screw has to turn. Okay, the maximum effect of turning effect of screw by force. So how will it turn? When we apply force on it. So the force is applicable at a point where maximum distance is there. So where will a force be applied here? Where there is maximum distance. So longer arm which has maximum distance, more force will be applied. So if more force is applied, it produces maximum effect, turning effect. So that is what is your answer. So they have asked only one question in 2017. Let's go for 2016 ICSE board exam. First question, let me read out the question. A stone of mass m is rotated in a circular path with a uniform speed by tying a strong string with the help of a hand. First question in that, is the same moving with a uniform or variable speed? They are asking us to find out whether the stone is moving with a uniform speed or variable speed. Second question, is the stone moving with a uniform acceleration? And that too, in which direction the acceleration acts? Number 3, what type of force acts on the hand and state its direction? So this question is, they have asked for 3 marks. So the question 2016 carried 3 marks. First question, is the stone moving with a uniform or variable speed? What is the answer? The stone is exactly moving with a uniform speed. We know that when a stone is being tied with a string and when it is moving in a circular path, it takes up a same speed. It will move with the same uniform speed. So the first one is yes, the stone will be moving with uniform speed. Second question they have asked, is the stone moving with uniform acceleration? We have already discussed, when any stone is moving in a circular path, speed will be uniform but velocity will be varying. Isn't it? The stone keeps changing its direction. When it is taking up the circular path, the stone keeps changing its direction. When it is like direction is changed, velocity will be changed. When velocity is changed, the stone will undergo acceleration. So, is the stone moving with uniform acceleration? Yes, it is moving with an uniform acceleration, and that too we call that acceleration as centripetal acceleration. Why is it called as centripetal acceleration? Because this acceleration makes the object to move in a circular path only, where the force is applied at the center. Who is applying the force, or where the force is being applied? To the hand, which is being held at the center of the string. Third, in which direction does the acceleration acts? The acceleration acts towards its center. Third question, what type of force acts on the hand and state its direction? What type of force? Since the hand is holding the stone with the string, there will be tensional force or tension on the hand. So the force applied will be your tension. On which state its direction? It is away from the hand. So the tensional force is away from the hand, not at the center. It is away from the, so that the stone keeps moving. So you will write what direction? You will write the answer as away from the center. What type of force it is? Tensional force. Next, 2015 ICSE board exam. They have asked 5 questions from this year. First question I'll read out for you. A nut is opened by a wrench of length 20 centimeter. If the least force required is 2 Newton, find the moment of force needed to loosen the nut. So the diagram is also given. See, this is your wrench, this is the nut, and the distance of this arm is 20 centimeter. As it is in centimeter, we have to convert it to meter. So meter means it is 0.2 meters. Then the force applied is 2 Newton. As all of us know, torque or moment of force is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Force is 2 and perpendicular distance is 0.2 meter. Therefore, the moment of force is 0.4 Newton meter. That's your first question. Second question they have asked. This question carried 1 mark. Second question also carries 1 mark. What is the SI unit of moment of force? We all of us know SI unit of moment of force is Newton meter. That's your second question. Third question, on what factors does the position of center of gravity of body depends on? On what factors that center of gravity depends on? It depends on number 1, distribution of mass. Where the mass is distributed more, the center of gravity will be shifted towards that side. That is first factor. Second factor, gravity. So the body should have that gravitational force. If the body is not having gravity, then the body will not be having its center of gravity. That is your second factor. Third factor is shape of an object. Shape of an object also determines the center of gravity of an object. That's your third factor. Next, fourth question. Name the factors affecting turning effect of the body. The factors that affects the turning effect of body. The answer is number 1, moment of force. It also depends on perpendicular distance and it also depends on direction of force also. Moment of force, perpendicular distance and direction of force also make sure the turning effect of force. Next, fifth question they have asked, define equilibrium. We all of us know when so many forces acting on a body in all directions, the net force applied or experienced by the body seems to be 0. So, several forces acting on a body, the net force on the object would be 0. Then the body will said to be in an equilibrium. So, when so many forces acting on a body, the net force experienced by the body will be 0 because the body will be in the state of rest only, and moreover we can also say it as the body will be in equilibrium. Next is 2014 ICSE board exam. This year they have asked only one mark question. The question is, determine the magnitude of resultant moment of forces about the midpoint. They have given the diagram. So see the diagram, the midpoint, which means it's of 100 centimeter. Midpoint means this side, on one side it is 50 centimeter and on the other side it is 50 centimeter. Two forces acting opposite sides. Then what is the moment of force they have asked? Moment of force is equal to force into its perpendicular distance. Force into perpendicular distance is your force is 5 Newton and then perpendicular distance is, since it is in centimeter, we are converting it to meter. That is your 0.5 meter. So it is 2.5 Newton meter is the moment of force. Only this question they have asked in 2014. Next, 2013 ICSE board exam has two questions. I'll read out the first question for you. Where is the center of gravity of uniform ring situated? If the ring is uniform, the mass will also be distributed uniformly throughout the ring. So where will be center of gravity? The center of gravity will be exactly at the center of the ring. That's the answer. Next question. The position of center of gravity of a body remains unchanged even when the body is deformed. State whether it is true or false. If false, correct the statement. I'll read out the question again for you. The position of center of gravity of a body remains unchanged even when the body is deformed. State whether it is true or false. If false, correct the statement. Now the answer is, of course, when any body is deformed, the force acted on this body will definitely be changed. The statement is false because it changes its position when the body is deformed. The direction and the position, everything will be changed when the body is deformed. But what they are telling, the position of center of gravity of a body remains unchanged even when the body is deformed. So when the body is deformed, its position and its direction or center of gravity, everything kept changed. So we can say the mass also might be distributed in a different way. When everything is changing, then definitely the center of gravity position will also be changed. So the statement is false. With this, we have come to the end of this video. That is, in this video, we have discussed previous year important questions from 2023 to 2013. If you like my videos, please click like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is my strength. Thank you.